It's Mega, back today with another cute AF keyboard build. But this time we have an Akko 5075. It's an RGB kit. It's part of this large group of budget gasket mounted keyboards that Akko has been releasing, and Akko has been releasing so rapidly, and they've just been killing the market recently. In a good way. Releasing keyboards, keycaps, and switches, letting you build your own keyboard completely from Akko and at your preference. Let's not forget how affordable they are too. This can be as low as 3,190 Philippine pesos plus shipping, or 60 USD for their international store when possible. Links in the description. But given how affordable these keyboards are they worth the price? Let's find out. First off, this is a client build, so they sent over a board for me to build and mod to the best of my abilities. So this is not sponsored, but we'll still review it. So opening the board is not the best experience, especially if you don't have the pry tool in hand or any keyboard pick or something, or plastic pick. The plastic on the board is quite hard, so the hooks on the board are tough. Take that as a good or a bad thing. But yeah, it's not easy to open, but once you do, you'll learn how to do it, and you'll be able to manage, considering you don't break some hooks along the way. But once you've taken it apart, it's straightforward from there. Just remove the JST cable connecting the daughter board and the motherboard, and then put aside the case, and you just need to unscrew the PCB from the plate. Great thing about this board is that you can build this with either plate mount or PCB mounted stabilizers, so you won't run out of options in that department. It's a great feature I think all the board manufacturers should apply to. But honestly, I like plate mount stabs because it's a lot easier to fix compared to screw-ins. But of course, the lack of options for plate mount stabs aren't really the best thing with plate mounts. So screw-ins when you can. Allow me to apologize for the sound quality of this video today. I didn't realize the mic cable broke and I didn't have time to reshoot the whole video. But anyway, I apologize in advance. Happy watching. And of course, lubing with my favorite combo for the stabs is Elmer's Krytox 205 Grade 0 and Krytox XDH BDZ for inside the wires. So after installing the stabs, we just have to use some Tempest mod to make the sound a little bit better. Not that it needs it, but just for good measure. We just use the stock stabs, by the way, which I'm not a big fan of, to be completely honest. Sometimes it gets confusing to install the stab sliders because of the colors of the inside. I am guilty of reversing the installation of the stabs and getting them stuck a few times. But other than that, they're quite smooth and not that hard to tune. So they were all good. Also, I forgot to mention the board has some serious silicone game, like the silicone weight dampener on the board helps keep the board weighty and muted, but not so muted that it becomes a quiet keyboard, but just enough to reduce the hollowness of the keyboard. And it's the same effect with the plate silicone. It's for additional support and ease of installation when installing the switches. Plus, it helps spread the RGB a little better throughout the board, if that's what you're into. It also includes a foam sheet for the PCB, which I think is a clutch feature of this board. Although I'm not sure if it's PE or EVA foam, but there is foam. And a perky RGB, just so I don't forget to mention it. So that's one thing great about boards that have these hook mechanism thingies. When you put the case back together, it's super easy. But I honestly still prefer screws, but yeah, you get what you pay for. The client has decided to use these Akko Cream Yellow V3s, which I also love. These switches are just goated in my opinion. A great value for money, and they sound amazing. And quite unexpected coming from a switch this cheap. And for keycaps, we have these PBT XDA keycaps in the kon-momo colorway, if I said that right, which are nice and thick, hoping they are dye-sub though. Not sure where he got these, but I don't think they were too hard to find or expensive. In conclusion, the build experience was good. Apart from opening the case and breaking 2 or 3 nails, when built, the board sounds great. Kind of like a full-fledged custom keyboard. Don't crucify me for that. It's not the softest typing experience though, but I'm sure you can adjust it according to your liking. If you're looking for a budget 75 keyboard to build on, you should definitely check out the Akko 5075. Don't worry, it comes in other colors too. If you stayed this long, thank you so much. And sorry again for the sound problems. I'll be sure to improve the next ones. Thank you and have a good day. But anyway, here's the typing test. Comment down below if you think this colorway would work for your setup, or what colorway your setup is, and why isn't it pink?